This show is sponsored by We Are Change Fresno.
We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air, whatever the cost may be. We shall never surrender.
That they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
We are dangerous to the status quo in this country.
Join We Are Change Fresno.
And now here is your host, Sam Shaney and Stuart Webb.
Hello, friends. Welcome to We Are Change Fresno on 1680 AM. Week 8. I am Stuart Webb, your host, with my co-host, Sam Cheney. Lots going on, and we're going to cover some news, some current events. There's many geopolitical issues that are surrounding the globe lately. We have Ukraine, we have the Israel-Palestine conflict, we have the border situation just south of us. So there's a lot to cover, and that's just internationally. So, Sam, what do we have on the agenda today?
Let's cover California corruption first, Stuart. I want to get into what's going to happen down in Los Angeles. There's an article out of Infowars.com called Hotel California. It reads like LA officials to send homeless to internment camps will be implanted with RFID chips. And it goes on to say, an anonymous source claiming to work inside of the Los Angeles Department of Health Services recently dropped a bombshell that could set a dangerous new precedent in how the government deals with those they find to be a burden or threat to a stable society.
It's getting there, guys. It's getting close to absolute chaos because right now we're sacrificing our morals for the sake of cleaning up the streets while the controlled collapse is happening. So we're going to say it's okay for homeless people to just be swept away and put in camps as long as, we're more comfortable living in our city. It says, officials say that we'll approach them and ask if they need help. And from there, obviously, I mean, if you walk up to a homeless person and they are homeless, they're going to gladly accept help. So they're preying on these people, putting them in camps, and then they'll be processed, says official. So let me tell you what processing means. That means you're going to be processed, and then you're going to be eliminated. Okay, just like in the movie Equilibrium, when you are not a thought criminal, but if you are a criminal that feels, because in the movie that they make people take pills so they don't feel anything.
Oh man.
No, it's terrible. Awesome movie. But then if you stop taking your pills that the beloved government gives you, you are then sent away for processing. So that word processing, you need to understand that means elimination. And so
It's like process of elimination.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're actually starting this in Skid Row, the area of LA.
Oh boy.
That is not good, and that's going to spread. And see, they go to the worst parts and say, "Well, we're cleaning up the streets." Well, I mean, as things get worse, everywhere's going to be terrible.
Bad, yeah, exactly.
So that means that when you go from middle income to lower income to below the poverty level to homeless, everyone's going to be.
Big brother decides.
Everyone's going to be sent for processing.
Yep.
In most cases, the decision is already made for them unless they become combative or belligerent, in which case we send them in for a 72-hour psych evaluation and then transfer them while under sedation or heavy medication to the facility, a supervisor for the Health and Human Services Department in LA said. Stuart, this ties into Nazi Germany. We've seen this before.
FEMA camps.
History is repeating.
Mm-hmm.
In Germany, they came for the communists, and I did not speak up because I was not a communist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak up because I wasn't a Jew. Then they came for the trade unionists. I did not speak up because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Catholics. I did not speak up because I was a Protestant. Then they came for me, and by that time, no one was left to speak up for me. And that's from a pastor, poet, Martin Nomelier from 1945 Germany. And that's exactly what's happening here. We saw, I reported a few weeks back, the CHP is using homeless people for their crazy drug screening programs. And now in LA, they're just going to round them up and take them to the camp and heavily sedate them.
Just a cover up, that's all.
Whether these people are homeless or not doesn't